Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is July 24, 2024, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the Japanese yen strengthening significantly versus the US dollar over the past 24 hours. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we have a bunch of Flash Manufacturing and Services PMI numbers coming out. First, 9:15 from France, 9:30 from Germany, and at 10:30 from Great Britain. Now lastly, at 3:45 South African time, out of Canada, we have a Bank of Canada rate decision. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the Australian dollar continues to plunge versus USD. Now shifting over to the indices, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq mostly unchanged. However, looking at commodities, gold gets a bounce, while oil still showing some weakness on the downside. And looking at stocks, specifically Amazon advances yesterday. And lastly, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, after that surge, tapering lower. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Japanese yen. As you can see, it's made some tremendous strides over the past, I would say, 2 weeks, okay? Going from its lows of 160 down to 154. Now, this may mean that we are tapering off with inflation, and usually the Japanese yen is the first one to get to it. So this may mean that we'll be tapering off with interest rates moving in October. So keep that in mind. Now, how further could it possibly retrace? Okay, so the next real support level is 152. Might not happen all in one day. It is in a mini support level right now, so keep that in mind. Now, jumping over to the Australian dollar, it's not moving higher, okay? It's just literally just nosediving and just plunging, okay, into the abyss. Now, it's at supportish level right now. Next supportish level, 165.75, excuse me, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to jump over the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones because really they were unchanged yesterday, okay? Yes, in after hours trading, Google came out, Tesla came out, Visa came out, but nothing really changed in the market that much. A little bit of sell-off in Tesla, but that's nothing to write home about. Now looking at gold, gold gets that bounce above 2,400. That's an important level for us to bounce back. And looking at crude oil, continues to slide here and showing some weakness. So this may actually break down further. That might be an impetus for later today. Now looking at the stocks, okay, today, as we kind of consider what's been happening in the markets, all right, Tesla came out with not as great as expected. It sold off about $5 in after hours trading, but keep in mind that this equity has gone up considerably over the past 2 weeks, right? I mean, it went from 175 up to 266, which is just a tremendous feat. So keep this in mind. It'll be in play today. There'll be some selling off possibly, or there could be a short squeeze, okay? It's really, when you're seeing these numbers, the market has to really acclimate itself. So keep that in mind as that unfolds later today. Now jumping lastly into Bitcoin, this is where it becomes a little bit interesting. We had a news event that pushed it a little bit higher. The ETFs will be the Security and Exchange Commission, which is the actually regulating body in the United States that secures equities and the exchanges, has approved ETFs for Bitcoin. With that said, there was a surge in Bitcoin. It's short-lived, okay? This is playing the fade because we knew that already, right? Everybody expected this, so it's not a news that we didn't factor in. So with that said, we may see another slight sell-off here with Bitcoin for today. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.